The story of Ruth is a love story. It tells of Ruth's love for the true God, of her unflinching loyalty to an aging and embittered mother-in-law, and of the godly union the Lord used to move history one step closer to fulfillment in the promised Messiah. Taking a look at Ruth, a love story. This is the 6th book from the God's People series we're currently going through. Just like all the other ones, it's taking Ruth's story and making it into a nice little mini biography. Now, Ruth kind of already has that because she has her own book in the Bible already. But this is more of a novelization, easier to read maybe than the Bible would be to some people. It's just really interesting. There's a lot of great information in here as well. We split up Ruth's life into 4 parts: a journey home, meeting not by chance, seeing the possibilities, and fulfillment in the fullest sense. So the story of Ruth is, she is a Moabite woman. So if you remember back to Abraham and Lot, Lot was Abraham's nephew. Now, Lot had 2 daughters, and those 2 daughters got their father drunk, had some sexual relations with their father, and had 2 sons, 1 each. And from them came the Moabites and the Ammonites. And Ruth was from the line of the Moabites. So if you go way back, Ruth is from the line of Lot. The Israelites, of course, are from the line of Abraham, who we'll eventually see in this story, Boaz. But Ruth was married to an Israelite man. That man died, which left her alone with her mother-in-law, Naomi. The other woman was Orpah, who had married the other son of Naomi. Both of the sons died along with the father Elimelech. Elimelech? Yeah, I think that's right. So in custom, Naomi told her 2 daughter-in-laws, you can leave, go back to your place. Orpah was like, okay, I'm out of here. Ruth was like, no, I'm going to stick with you, Naomi. So Naomi's like, no, you idiot, what are you doing? Get back to your home. I have nothing for you. I can't do anything. But Ruth's love for her mother-in-law was so strong that she was like, no, I'm gonna stay. You're my family. I care about you. So she was like, okay. So they go back to her homeland of like Bethlehem area, the land of Judah. When they got back there, they knew who Naomi was because of Elimelech. Elimelech had some land there. But because she was a woman, she couldn't claim that, and there were no male heirs, so it was just kind of sitting there for the next relative in the family. So they were kind of, just doing whatever they could to get by. The women were able to pick up like grain and stuff, something along those lines. I don't think I'm getting that quite right, but they were able to pick up like the grain and the food from after the harvesters went through. They went to Boaz's farm, and Naomi was like, I see a potential man for my daughter-in-law Ruth. Long story short, Naomi kind of sets that up, and they eventually get married. What's cool is that through that marriage, so Boaz was from the line of Judah, which would be the line of the Savior. So after Jacob's 12 sons, the tribe of Judah was where Boaz was from, and through Ruth, the Savior would eventually come. And her great-grandson was actually David, who we'll be taking a look at next time. But yeah, so this book, I'll be honest, it's probably my least favorite of the ones that I've done so far. I think just because of the way it's written. I think it's also like not bring a whole lot new to the table because, like I said, Ruth kind of does have her own mini autobiography in the Bible already. But there is some really cool information. The red pages here, I kind of went through this too, how the Moabites came to be. That's where I was kind of talking about that nasty incestuous relationship. But, you know, that just goes to show that God is willing to use anyone to bring his promise to fruition. So it also had some interesting thing. There's a thing on gleaning, which is what I was trying to explain before, where the women could pick up the stalks that fell behind, stuff like that. Also talks a lot about the kinsman redeemer. The kinsman redeemer is a cool concept in biblical times, where if you're married and the husband dies, then her brother-in-law would be in charge of marrying, and then actually, so like, if you're married, your husband dies, so his brother would marry you then. If you have a child it's your child, but it actually goes under the name of the first deceased husband, so that if any inheritance were to come about, it would go to that firstborn son, and then the secondborn son would be the actual birth father. So just some really interesting things. It talks about betrothal and marriage as well. Just the interesting things about vows, and just like a different way of thinking about marriage than we do today, for sure. So that's really interesting too. But yeah, this was a really interesting book. It's the shortest of all of these. Most of these are like 40, 42 pages long. This one's like 35 pages long, so it's a shorter one. But there's some really interesting stuff. Also, you can get it in the book of Ruth. Like, you can get all of these, but it's an interesting read for sure. Especially all the red pages in there. It's good, but that's from the God's People series. I will have that link below if you're interested in purchasing the whole pack of 12. We're halfway through now. We got 6 left to go through the month of April here. Excited to keep on going with them. So thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and bell button so you don't miss any other videos with me. Comment below your thoughts on Ruth. I'm glad we finally got some girl power. We got Esther coming up in a bit here. 2 or 3 more, and then we take a look at Esther. So it's good to see some girl power in here as well. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.